Let's today take a look at the backbend pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana, which is actually upward bow. Some people call it bridge or other things. It's difficult to do this. There are many restrictions in the body, and there are good techniques to prepare for this. Some things you might not expect. So I'm not just going to teach you the same thing everyone else has taught you here. So pay attention, get all of these points, and if you apply this, it will change the pose for you completely, okay? You may have already done this. The basic setup for Urdhva Dhanurasana is, of course, the simple bridge. Now, with the bridge pose, this is going to allow us to set up all of the points. And look what I've got here. The legs are bent. Now, it doesn't have to be super deep, because you could be putting yourself into a very deep position before you even get there. So we'll have a little space there between the heel and the buttocks. And you're lying down like this. The feet are parallel, but it helps to drag the heels out against the mat. That's grounded and pulling apart slightly. Okay. The shoulder blades to the mat. The palms turn down. Now there are other ways to do this, but I'm just going to start palms down, because then you feel when the palm comes down, the shoulder blade comes down. It's connecting the whole length of the arm. Okay, so before we lift, we're not just going to stick our hips up in the air. There's a slight tilting, rocking action. You see this? So there's a slight forward tilt, rocking forwards. There's a bit of space under the lower back. And then there's a posterior tilt. The base of the spine, the sacral plate region, is going down to the mat. Right? That's what we're looking for, is to ground. And this lower abdominal area hollows in. So that's usually exhale to come down. Exhale. So here we are, shoulder blades down, palms down, throat open. Exhale, ground the sacrum. Draw down through the lower abdomen towards the mat. Tailbone scoops under and you inhale up. So that's the basic lift. You see? The feet stay stable on the mat. Now I'm lifting and spreading the toes as well to stay connected to the feet. Then you roll back down, exhale along the spine. See again? Exhale, ground through the arms as well. Tailbone under, start to lift, inhale, come up. Connect a bit more through the arms. Keep the throat open. And you exhale, roll down along your spine. So you're training this. You're training from the legs, pelvis, and through the shoulders. Exhale, tilt. Scoop the lower abdomen. Shoulder blades to mat, palms to mat. Tailbone starts to go under, then lift, inhale. Now I'm going to go a little closer with the shoulders, just a little bit. Don't pinch them too far in. Looking up at the ceiling, throat open. Connect through the arms, lift slightly. Drag the heels apart to manage the thighs so they don't spread. And you exhale, roll down again. You see? So that's slightly higher. Now you might feel the legs start to work the more you hold. Again, exhale, tilt the pelvis back, sacrum down. Lower abdomen hollows, draws towards the mat. Arms ready. Tailbone under, inhale, lift. I'll take the upper arms just slightly closer, not too much. Drag the heels apart, lift the hips, but then what we'll do is we'll drop the hips a little bit lower. And you see this? There's a more suspended feeling. So we're not going for maximum range. We keep the groin region down. That's the pubis, groin is slightly down, and it is not overexposed. Now what we have there is arms stable, legs, I can feel it already. You'll feel as if you're doing it. Heels drag apart. The arches of the feet are awake, and the inner thigh area down. Okay? So that you've got this in-between position. That is something to train first, to get out of the habit of just pushing everything up. The groin region stays in. Okay? The psoas muscle needs to sink towards the spine, not pop out. And that works also with the lower abdominal scooping in, the Uddiyana. So once you get to that point, suspended, then we take the arms in. A point on the arms. Just the same as we've talked about in other things, sun salutations and handstands. You need the rhythmic movement of the shoulder blades rotating out and up, and the upper arm turning out, okay? That matters here. You may have seen people doing this pose, trying to lift and push, and what happens? They've shortened the space. If the hands turn in, the shoulders squeeze up at the neck, okay? You're not gonna get it. Or if you pinch too closely, it just doesn't, the arms won't lift. So we need the ability for the shoulder blades to be mobile and then work up. We don't even need to straighten the arms fully yet. So let's have a look. You're back on your mat, bridge, place the feet, avoid the heels slipping together, sacrum down, shoulder blades down, palms down, throat open. Exhale, lower abdomen draws down to the sacrum, sacrum to the mat. Tailbone lifts. Inhale, hips up. Take the upper arm just slightly in, but not too much. Ground through the arms, lift the hips, but then release them. Okay, so we're not going to our maximum. This is where the hands come back. Now, when the hand comes back, remember the rotation. The shoulder blade needs to be mobile. It's a little more difficult here. So the hands come back, and they will turn just slightly out. So we don't want to be turning in. Neutral is obviously good, but if you turn out just slightly, you'll get a bit more rotation. Okay, so the shoulder blade's mobile. I'm still holding the weight through the legs. The base of the hand comes down. So have a look at the forearm, draws back to the other side. The knees slightly forwards, and the midsection is released. So once your hands are here, you're already getting some weight in the hands. You should feel the shoulder blades spread. Now I'm going to exhale, come down, scoop the tail, inhale, slide up, and then work through the arms. Now I haven't gone to straight arms yet. So what happens is a bit like a downward dog. The elbows, if they come out, you sweep them back and in again, and then apply the length. Sweep and length. And what you'll feel is space around the back of the neck. Look at the hips. I haven't gone all the way up. The groin, lower abdomen is contained. The upper back is broad, and we can carefully work with the arms without overdoing it. Then you come down, exhale, to the back of the head, the shoulders, and along the spine. And we shake the legs. We're not going straight to a forward bend or flexion. The spine stays neutral. The psoas releases. And then put your feet back down, lie flat. Lengthen the lower back. Root through the sacrum from the lower abdomen. Take a moment. If it's quite deep for you, you need longer here, so the lower back can decompress. Okay, then we'll come up, and we have this technique. It helps to stabilize the sacroiliac joint, in particular after this type of pose. Knee to knee, heel to heel. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Fix down through the arms. Hold. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. So it's a slight twist, grounding through the upper arm. Joints stable, inhale up and release. Roll to the side and then up. Okay, so that sets you up and is a good finish, right? So avoid pushing to your limit straight away. Contain the body, not overexpose. Follow those tips from the beginning, and you can have a much safer practice in the back bends. So if you like this and you'd like more, of course we've got other videos, but better still, come here to Samahita, take our training courses, and we'll go through all of these things in detail, and that will help you in your practice. And if you're becoming a teacher, even better, take the teacher training courses here. Okay, so Thank you everyone for watching.